we'll continue discussion on this shloka. So basically, if we summarize the shloka, what the shloka is talking about is how we should respond to the blasphemy of our guru or our controller of the religion. So as we have seen in our previous lectures till date, level 1, level 2, and even level 3, what we started about, the best way to have our real identity, as we saw in yesterday's lecture also, was what we need to establish is identify ourselves, get to our real identity. And the mechanism to get to our real identity is something which is going to be guided to us by our spiritual master, who is the guru. So anyone who is controlling us, anyone who is guiding us, we should not be listening any kind of blasphemy about that. And that is what Sati Maharani has been talking about in this shloka. And she says that if ever you come across any such thing, then it is best to close your ears. We should not at all listen to any such things. The reason being, it can impact our thought process, it can impact and make us a party to the sin which is being committed by the person in front of us. And that is why it is very important that we remain strong in our spiritual practice. We remain strong in whatever we are reading, whatever we have been listening till then. As you have seen in all the level 1, level 2, level 3 till now, if I have to summarize what we summarized it, we are not this body, we are the spirit soul. So body is something which is going to be broken, which is going to be vanishing, which is impermanent, which is going temporary, and which will be diminished and destroyed over a period of time. But the spirit soul is something which is permanent and which is something which cannot be killed, as mentioned by Bhagavan Shri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita as well, wherein he clearly mentions in one of the shlokas that soul is something which cannot be killed, neither be burnt nor done anything about. So you, me, everyone is permanent. But that permanency is unfortunately getting affected in this material energy, in this material world, where we have been captured by these three gunas, the lashes of these three types of gunas. And we have to overcome that. So as Srila Prabhupada said day before yesterday to all of us, it is important that we clean the mind. Right now, our mind is completely covered with this material energy. So first thing that we need to do is clean the mind, understand our real identity. That is what he said in yesterday's class. And he also mentioned, get out of the envy nature, the nature of the monkeys. We have to get out of this monkey business. We have to get out of this monkey nature, because we are humans. And we are the only species, the only, organisms which has been given this capacity by Lord Shri Krishna, that we can ask what our identity is and what our permanent goal is. And to achieve that permanent goal, what is important is that we follow the Navvidha Bhakti. And one of the mechanisms of that is chanting. The chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is recommended in this Kali Yuga. So it is said that we should do our chanting. Prabhupada ji has recommended that we should do 16 rounds of chanting every day. But it's not necessary that we directly reach 16 rounds. We can always start with one round of chanting. And it is very easy mechanism. What chanting does is, it starts the cleaning process. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. So it starts the Cheto Darpan, the mirror, the glass which is on the Cheta, the heart, Marjanam, cleaning. So that is something which starts when we start the Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting, which is recommended in this Kali Yuga.